No, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at interviews with Sean Diddy Combs that the interviewers likely regret, especially in light of everything we now know about the disgraced music mogul.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Key to throwing a puffy party. Late night with Conan O'Brien.
This is my man. We go way back, but he hasn't told y'all that. We'll talk about that later. We go way back. Way back.
Conan O'Brien has conducted his fair share of interviews with celebrities who would later become infamous for heinous crimes, such as convicted actor Danny Masterson.
I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon, I know.
In 2002, Sean Diddy Combs sat down for an interview with the Irish funny man. A curious Conan asked about the secret to throwing a legendary puffy party.
Now, you're legendary for the parties that you throw. You throw a great party.
I'm a legend, baby, for a whole bunch of things.
Diddy's list included beautiful women, handsome men, booze, water, and, quote, locks on the doors.
Right.
You need locks on the doors?
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
Conan, known for his playful banter and quick wit, likely regrets bringing up Diddy's notorious parties, especially now that they are at the center of his current federal charges.
Everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you done?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Great Young Man, The Wendy Williams Show.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Wendy Williams and Diddy have a rocky history, to put it mildly, but they have been able to put their differences aside for various interviews over the years.
You are exhausting me. Let me tell you something. This week has been hella exhausting.
However, in 2017, things turned awkward on Wendy's daytime talk show when they discussed Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., who was 16 at the time. While promoting his film, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Diddy emphasized it wasn't about money, but about telling a positive story for black men and women.
I just felt like us as African-American men and women, we needed to have a story that had a happy ending, a success story,
As the crowd applauded, Williams referred to her son. It's then that Diddy mentioned meeting Kevin backstage, calling him, quote, a great young man.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Williams' reaction, however, suggested she was less than pleased and likely regretted the whole thing. Rumor check. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Late night TV thrives on creating viral moments, but we'd bet Jimmy Kimmel regrets trying to spark one during his 2023 interview with Diddy. Just before Cassie Ventura filed her shocking lawsuit against the rapper, Kimmel brought up a rumor tied to the release of Jada Pinkett Smith's memoir. The rumor claimed that Will and Jada wanted to have a threesome with Jennifer Lopez, who was dating Diddy at the time, and that Diddy had allegedly threatened to beat up Will Smith over it. Naturally, Kimmel asked Diddy about it.
That when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Combs initially shot him a cold stare, but quickly laughed it off, seemingly denying the gossip.
I love, though. That's not true?
You really heard that? Nah.
Yeah.
Now, remember what I told you guys before. There's always a pre-interview. So he knew this question was going to be asked.
In light of recent allegations, this exchange now feels rather uncomfortable.
I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. What is this?
The Party King, Entertainment Tonight. Imagine being assigned to interview Diddy for Entertainment Tonight in the late 90s when the rapper was known as the, quote, king of the party scene. Well, someone had that job in 1999, and they likely regret portraying Combs as the ultimate host and promoting his now notorious parties.
Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. People dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool.
In that interview, Diddy hinted at his future legal issues, admitting he couldn't get a permit for his parties but would throw them anyway.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more.
He even joked that authorities might one day arrest him for simply trying to, quote, have a good time.
You're going to hear about my party. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time.
Fast forward 25 plus years.
Thank y'all for being here. Please hit the like button while you're in. I appreciate you.
Related to his alleged freak-off parties.
He's accused of trafficking women and male sex workers to perform depraved freak-offs. Drug-fueled sex parties for his own twisted enjoyment.
A close camaraderie, Late Show with David Letterman.
That is a very,
Kanye
very
might be
nice
next.
haircut
I hope
that
he's
you're
taking
sporting
notes.
lately. Since the time I've kind of
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Sean Diddy Combs is clearly no stranger to talk shows, and as such, has made numerous appearances on David Letterman's now defunct late night chat show. During his appearances, the pair always exchanged mutual respect on air, with both offering plenty of compliments.
You look tremendous. You look great. I mean, it's a beautiful suit. And are you going somewhere after this, or is that just for us?
Coming to see you, Dave.
I appreciate it.
Their conversations often took unexpected turns.
look like a
such
pimp,
as
don't
when
he?
Diddy mentioned doing, quote, video blogs, with the first one reportedly featuring him, quote, urinating.
Hilarious. It's just me waking up in the morning. My first one was me urinating.
In hindsight, this friendly camaraderie is likely a regret for Letterman, especially given the serious
Dumbass shock
accusations against
value.
Diddy today.
Thank you, Lisa.
Even to imagine the legendary host wishing he hadn't appeared so close to someone now facing such serious legal issues.
He whistles in my ear, he says, "Where's Beyonce?"
Really? Really? Wow.
Provocative entertainment, The Howard Stern Show. Who are we kidding? Howard Stern likely regrets a lot of his interviews from the past. Diddy is just one of them. On one uncomfortable occasion, Howard Stern and his co-host Robin Quivers pressed Diddy about his high-profile relationship with Jennifer Lopez. A caller even brought up Lopez's famous backside, which Diddy acknowledged but seemed eager to move on from.
You know, it's somebody else's ass now.
Anyway.
However, Stern and Quivers didn't let up, bringing up rumors of Diddy's infidelity and
Send
Lopez's
it.
eventual engagement to Ben Affleck.
This girl gets married every year.
In fact, she had a longer relationship with you than she had with any of her
Telling you.
husbands.
Of course, explicit
let
details
his
and
mouth too
candid
much.
revelations are typical for Stern's controversy-heavy format.
Whenever
Now, how do
come
you
into
work it?
contact with them, how do
Do you ever-
filter?
Do you ever make them sign a release form before they bang you, or do you ever have like a witness in the room while you're banging
Yeah,
these
is it a
chicks?
written?
However,
A
Stern
witness in
likely
the room.
regrets the probing entertainment now, knowing the serious and sinister
Now,
allegations.
I want to go back to something. When Shannon Sharp said that the live of him having sex with somebody was accidentally put on Instagram, he said his assistant turned off the phone. How was your assistant in the room to turn off the phone while you fucking somebody? I just want to bring that up so the ethers could answer it later.
Diddy is facing.
Oh, he did call me. He called me to come to his party.
Because that was where I saw Star Jones trying to eat Kim Cattrall.
Royal guest list. The Graham
What?
Norton Show. It seems everyone was fascinated with Diddy and his parties, and Graham Norton was no exception. However, the British chat host likely regrets his curiosity about Diddy's party guest list, especially now that numerous attendees have come forward with allegations of abuse.
Wow.
So Sean Diddy Combs, a music mogul, is facing a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations he sexually assaulted 2 teenagers.
During a 2011 interview, Norton asked about a rumor that Diddy wanted Princes William and Harry to attend one of his soirees.
Not anymore. I mean, before, you know.
Don't ruin our royal wedding for us.
Trust me, they're off the list.
Diddy talked about wanting to party with the princes when they were, quote, young bucks, and implied they'd be interested because of their reputation for mischief.
Before, when they were young bucks growing up, and they were getting in a lot of trouble themselves, so hey, I was like, why don't you come hang out with me?
Now, let me tell you something. It's a lot of men who don't realize, and academics had to learn this lesson. It's a lot of men that don't realize how abusive it is. It is considered coercion to have conversations with young men about them having sex and trying to talk them into doing things that they're not old enough legally to do. Here's one of them. Here's one of those uncles that would be like, you fucking your nephew? You ain't out here getting no pussy. You better be out here getting something. That's against the law. That's called grooming. And that is against the law.
Discussion of mingling with powerful figures now feels like an unsettling display of influence.
I can just go over for some tea or something, and we could kick it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about
Poor
our latest
Justin
videos.
Bieber.
You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Party Time, the Ellen DeGeneres Show.
Hello, Diddy, Puffy, Daddy, Combs.
Hey.
Love.
We're not gonna lie. If you had told us that Diddy and Ellen DeGeneres would be considered problematic figures by 2024, we would not have believed you.
Why
But here
not?
we are. Looking back at their past interactions is eye-opening, however.
Is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's the...
You see, Diddy appeared on Ellen's show several times, and his notorious parties were often a topic of conversation. In fact, Ellen even invited him to one of her own.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
There were also plenty of awkward discussions.
'Cause he brings the party
including one
favors.
about how Diddy was reportedly said to have lent his Miami mansion to Chris Brown, allegedly to help him reconcile with Rihanna.
On it, if I could be there as a friend during hard times, then I'm gonna be there as a friend.
Right.
But I don't know the exact particulars. I didn't get into it. I'm not gonna do this or do that. It's a dark time for them, and I was there more as a support.
But it's Ellen's admiration of Diddy and his party lifestyle that
These
comes off
dark
as the
times,
most uncomfortable
Lord.
in hindsight. And we'd wager she regrets it all.
And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. you know.
And then it will carry on there.
Yeah. Then no, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them.
Which interview with Diddy sends you into cringe overdrive? Share your unease in the comments below.
In this newly
All right,
researched